I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Super Sons issue number 3. Damian and Jonathan are on the trail of Kid Amazo. Can they stop him, or have these kids bitten off more than they could chew? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so as the comic opens up, we are given the origins of the Duffy family. We heard a little about them in the previous issue. They're a family who was affected by the Amazo virus that was released back in Jeff Johns' Justice League. Together, they use their amazing abilities to fight crime, including the giant ape Titano. Hey, nice Superman reference. Now, in the present, Robin and Superboy are duking it out with robotic versions of their fathers. These aren't flimsy dime store knockoffs either. These ones are actually pretty powerful in their own rights, and some even come packing their own superpowers. This leads to a wonderful exchange between Jonathan and Damian as they compare their two fathers. Yeah, well, your dad's a psychopath. Yeah, well, your dad's a goody two-shoes. I hate you. Well, I hate you more. The fighting is stopped, however, by the intervention of the Duffy daughter. Jonathan had found her at the end of the last issue, seemingly the only survivor of the massacre. As she tells it, everyone in her family loved having superpowers and loved fighting crime. That is, of course, for her brother. His ability was he could split himself into multiple doubles. This increased his strength, but it also greatly cost his sanity, you know, pushing himself in too many different directions type deal. Using his powers, he confined his whole family and then eventually set about trying to steal the pieces of the Amazo armor for himself in hopes that it would make him stronger and maybe even allow him to bring Amazo back. The only reason the daughter has been able to stay one step ahead of the brother this whole time is that she's able to manipulate machines. Ah yes, I see how it is. You're one of them Shadowrun technomancers, huh? Robin and Superboy agree to help the young girl, that is if they can stop arguing with themselves for just a few minutes. The bickering between these two really being the main selling point of this book, and I gotta say, they really know just how to get under each other's skin. Why, John even says, if you're such a cool guy, why don't you bring in your Teen Titans team to help us out right now? And Damian responds by saying, you couldn't even join the Teen Titans, you're not even 13 yet. Now, during this time, the Amazo droids have taken this opportunity to regroup and even reform themselves, now looking more like Robin and Superboy. And now we pretty much know why they were fighting a bunch of robot doubles of themselves in the beginning of the very first issue. Our young heroes try their hardest to fight the good fight, but as the comic winds down, they end up getting absolutely enveloped by a wave of killer robots. Super Sons number 3 continues to be a very enjoyable read. Tomasi really has a handle on the relationship between these two characters, and it's nice to see it's getting so much play, not just in this book, but even in the main Superman book as well. I also really enjoy the parallels that you can draw between the Super Duffy family and the super families of John and Damian. I mean, overall, they were lucky. Their families managed to survive, you know, having a superhero in them, having to deal with superpowers. Clearly, the Duffy family did not. It's a dark, cautionary tale of what if. Hats off to the art team too. There's some really dynamic lighting effects here, like when John hits one of the robots. I quite enjoyed it. It gives this comic a real unique look. This was a bit of a middle child of an issue and it lacked a lot of forward momentum, but still overall really enjoyable, which is why I feel comfortable giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. So there you go, Super Sons on the books, everyone. And if you enjoyed this one, why not check out some of the other videos I have available from the channel? Or perhaps you want to stay up to date on when the newest Super Sons video is coming out. Well, to do that, head on down to the description of this very video, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and you can stay up to date. Also, hey, if you like what this comic had to offer and you want to catch up for yourself in trade, might I say there's no better way to do that than bookdepository.uk. It's no joke my favorite place for buying comic book trades. In fact, if you buy using my link, which is also in the description, not only will you get yourself a nice little something, but a small percentage of that will go to support me and the channel. You win, I win, everybody wins, I'm telling you. So, until we meet again, everybody, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.